Jesus replied, "A certain man was preparing a great banquet and invited many guests. At the time of the banquet, he sent his servant to tell those that had been invited, 'Come, for everything is now ready.' But they all alike began to make excuses. The first said, 'I've just bought a field. I must go and see it. Please excuse me.' Another said, 'I've just bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I'm on my way to try them out. Please excuse me.' Still another said, 'I've just got married, so I can't come.' The servant came back and reported this to his master. Then the owner of the house became angry and ordered the servant, 'Go out quickly into the streets and alleys of the town and bring in the poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame.' 'Sir,' the servant said, 'what you ordered has been done, but there is still room.' Then the master told his servant, 'Go out into the roads and the country lanes and make them come in, so that my house will be full. I tell you, not one of those men who were invited will get a taste of my banquet.'" Hello, this is Kenny Underwood coming to you from 1 Minute Sermon. That is Christ actually coming from Luke, rebuking the Pharisees who weren't accepting him as the Messiah. He had invited them to the banquet. He wanted to talk with them and to teach them, but they rejected him as the Messiah. And I think that story is still relevant today. So many today have been invited to the banquet. Christ invites all, but yet very few are actually accepting. Very few are actually making him number one in their lives in this world. Because if he's anywhere else but other than number one, then we're like the Pharisees. We're not accepting of the invitation to the banquet. And when we do accept that invitation, the Bible says that there's great rejoicing in heaven. And I saw an example as an analogy the other day. My wife and I were traveling through North Carolina. We were up in the mountains. We were on this really windy road, and as we came around the corner, coming back from a little town, there was a school bus stopped and was unloading the students. 2 children were getting off, a little boy and a little girl. And on the other side of the road was a house, and out the back door came a mother and a dog. And the dog saw that school bus and went crazy. He started running around in circles. He couldn't contain himself, and he ran across the road, met the children in front of the school bus and started circling them and jumping up on them. He was just ecstatic. As the kids walked toward their mother, the dog ran back to the mother and started circling her and jumping on her as if to say, "They're home, they're home." And I think that's a great analogy for what's waiting for us. When we are graced to enter heaven, I think there's going to be great rejoicing like that from our loved ones and from the saints, and yes, even Jesus. So, there you go. There's your 1 minute sermon. Don't forget, accept the invitation to that banquet. God bless.